Do you have a friend? What will you do if your friend tells you his or her secret? Let us learn some vocabulary words. Cartoon, a drawing in a newspaper or magazine intended as a humorous comment on something. Proportioned, balanced, correct or appropriate relationship between the size, shape, and position of the different parts of something. Portray, to describe someone or something in a particular way. Trifling, having little value or importance. Gossip, information about the behavior and personal lives of other people. Scandalmonger, a person who circulates scandal. Detrimental, causing damage or injury. Assert, to state something in a strong and definite way. Notorious, well known or famous especially for something bad. Vices, bad or immoral behavior or habits. Forbid, to order someone not to do something. Amusing, causing laughter or enjoyment, funny or enjoyable. Magnified, to make something greater or to make something appear larger. Resolution, the act of finding an answer or solution to a conflict or problem, the act of resolving something. Monger, a person who attempts to stir up or spread something that is usually petty or discreditable, usually used in combination. Reputation, the common opinion that people have about someone or something, the way in which people think of someone or something. Amend, to change some of the words and often the meaning of a law or document, to change and improve something, such as mistake or bad behavior. Learn how to keep a secret. I remember once seeing an amusing cartoon. It featured 5 feminine heads, all looking one way and all with their mouths open. The first head was small and the mouth was proportioned to the rest of the features. The next was larger with a much wider mouth. The third was larger still, and so on. This picture portrayed in a capital way what often happened in small towns when some trifling incident in passing from one mouth to another is magnified by the gossips till it attains the proportions of quite an important event, and thus a mountain is made out of a molehill. How greatly a man may be wronged, what injury may be done in him, if some trifling fault he has committed is magnified by the tongue of scandalmongers and spread out by evil speakers who wish him ill. And yet, these people will not admit that they are much to blame. They give all kinds of excuses for their misconduct. Some people say, "We had not the least intention of injuring our neighbor's reputation by what we said." But what good does that do him? It injures him all the same. It is detrimental to his good name. Others seek to excuse themselves by asserting that they were not the first to discover these failings, but mentioned them only because they had heard them from others. And yet, they imagine there is no great harm in repeating what they have heard to those who were ignorant of it. Another would say, "These faults of my neighbor are no secret, for the person to whom I refer is notorious for his vices, and has a very bad reputation. But even if the faults which are talked about are widely known, what is the use of repeating them? Why take pleasure in talking about it? Our Lord forbids us to talk about the faults of others. Remember the golden rule. Do not do to another what you would not like if it were done to yourself. In conclusion, we will listen to those who say, "You are quite right. I am aware that I ought not to talk about my neighbor's fault. I will never grow weary of renewing the resolution not to utter one simple uncharitable word about my neighbor. And if sometimes I speak unkindly, I must not excuse myself by saying there is no great harm in it." I must always remember these lines. The wise man will seek his own faults to amend, the fool to his neighbors alone will attend.